Hi and welcome to my channel. It's your girl Blake. And today I'm just gonna hop right in. I want to talk about why her. Now I made a video about episode 1 and today I watched episode 2. Oh my god, I'm in love with this drama. I love this drama. So what happened with Oh Soo Jae? In episode 2, there were lots of controversial issues covered. In the last episode, she was demoted. She lost the opportunity to become a managing director. And the CEO of the firm, Che Taeguk, he gave her position to his son. And there was a funny scene when Oh Soo Jae finally made it into the building and she took some vital evidence and used it in her favor to swing some favors with the CEO of the biochemical firm. She obtained some documents that shows the CEO's slush fund. So because she has some pertinent information, they're kissing her ass and offering her own firm, and I guess the assemblyman or another assemblyman is involved and he's also offering her a job. She took this to Che Taeguk, and after he saw what she had obtained, he agreed to her selling the biochemical firm, because if she did, she'll be able to make at least 70 million won, I believe. Oh, wait. No, it's not 70 million won. It's like 700 million won, I think. I think that's the correct amount. I'm not going to even do the cash converting stuff. I can't be bothered, but almost 700 million won, which is quite a substantial amount of money. And she's willing to let his son be the face of the case, but she wants her commission, and I can't blame her. She should get paid. All she did was her job and she was demoted for it. So I'm on her side with that little blackmailing scenario. Good for you, good for you. As he said, you've grown, you've grown. Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game. And we learn that Che Taeguk has two sons. He has Woojan, who's taken over the case, and then he has another younger son. I forgot the younger son's name, but the younger son happens to be a law student in the first year who's retaking the first year because he failed. And there was a hilarious part when he told Gong Chan and the others, don't stay with me, because if you stay with me, you're going to fail, because I've already failed once. I thought that was fun. And what else did we find out? Yeah, so she's kind of cleared up the demotion part. Yeah, that was it. There was a funny incident when all of the students weren't willing to be in her class, and then she bribed them, basically saying that if you take my class, the top students will get a payout from TK Law Firm, which I thought was hilarious as well. Double vengeance, make him pay double, empty his pockets as much as she can. I'm with her on this. And after the students learnt about the little reward system, they all flooded into the class. So at the start, it looked like she was only going to have two students, Gong Chan and the TK CEO's son. But after she bribed all of the students with a possible reward opportunity, they all flooded into the classroom. So I like that. And she seems like she's going to have a pretty standoffish attitude to her job, because she gave them some case materials there. It's going to contribute 50% them assessing the case on their own and 50% of the exam, and that she'll occasionally lecture them. Which I can't blame her. She didn't want to do this job anyway. This was a demotion, wasn't it? This was her ideal job. So understandable. Then skip forward. After she had the meeting with Che Taeguk, she bumps into a colleague, and this colleague tried to blatantly grope her. Gong Chan witnessed it. He just dove straight in, pushed the professor, and the professor was taken aback, because in Korea the culture is, if you're older, then you're king, basically. We can all blame Confucius for this hierarchical system where your elders must be respected at all costs. But to be honest, some elders are just trash, aren't they? But unfortunately, because of Confucius, they gotta be given respect out here. You have to speak to them in a certain way, politely, and everything they say goes almost. So some of them take it to the nth degree. And unfortunately, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you can see if someone's already rotten and then they're given power over others, you can see this is a big societal problem. Also, we discover that Gong Chan and Oh Soo Jae have got a history because, lo and behold, our innocent looking Gong Chan was wrongfully accused of murdering his stepsister. And even though he pleaded and said it wasn't him, he was found guilty. And I think the worst part about that part was that his parents even didn't believe him. I must admit, the evidence that they compiled against him was compelling. But we get the impression that this Professor So was a piece of shit, and it looks like he might have fabricated evidence. And our Gong Chan suffered at the hands of him. And I think he made a comment of him being of dirty blood, as in low class. He made the same reference to the student who accused him of molesting her. Now, the student uploaded some audio file and she wrote about the incident that occurred. She'd gone to Noribang, which in Korea is kind of karaoke, but instead of karaoke where you associate it with an open room and strangers, you go to a building that has individual rooms and then you can order food and drink and sing songs with your mates. And sometimes you do this with work colleagues too, because you tend to go out for meals and so on with your work colleagues out here. It's part of the culture. But unfortunately, as you saw in the drama, some guys, they're very misogynistic. They drink and use it as an excuse to feel up women. This is unacceptable, this is unacceptable. And unfortunately, the student, it happened to her. And then when she took it to the university, they all seemed to be on the side of the professor, talking about his credentials and trying to basically get her to drop the case. Even though another student witnessed it, he didn't want to put his future on the line and vouch for the girl because the university were using their expulsion as leverage. So obviously, if someone's pointing out that you could be expelled as a result of admitting to what happened, obviously you're going to deny all of the allegations, aren't you? Because you're going to want to protect yourself, survival of the fittest. But at one point, the girl involved, she goes to Oh Soo Jae and she's like, can you help me? And Oh Soo Jae remembered her and pointed out that you was the girl who got fired from the law firm for raising allegations of molestation by an intern, and you was dismissed. How could you let yourself become a victim a second time round? And that she should apologize to the professor. Now, I understand where Oh Soo Jae is coming from because she knows that the girl doesn't have any power. And in order to win any case, it's not about being innocent or guilty. It's about who has the most social standing, who has the most money, who has the most power. And in this position, the professor holds all the cards. So she knew it was like a unwinnable battle. But thankfully, our righteous Gong Chan came to the forefront, pointed out to her, how could you say that? You used to be so cool. Come on, help us. And I think in that instance, Oh Soo Jae was taken aback and she considered her position and she pointed out to him, well, do you like the girl? If you like her, you need to obtain some undeniable evidence. And he said, if I obtain the evidence, are you going to help? And that was a bit of food for thought because I wasn't sure if she was going to help. But anyway, hopping forward, we discover that Oh Soo Jae was the one who defended our Gong Chan, who was formerly known as Kim Dong-gu. And Kim Dong-gu underwent a lot of hardship. His parents threw him away, basically. He was beaten in prison because when you're accused of murdering a child and possible molestation, we know how the other inmates treat those type of criminals. So I'm surprised he made it out with his life, bless him. But he did, and he cleared his name and he got a new ID and it was Gong Chan. And we discover that Oh Soo Jae was his attorney at that time. And clearly this was before she became involved with TK Law Firm. And I think having become a lawyer at TK Law Firm and struggled and make her way up the ladder to even becoming a managing partner, the nature of the environment seems that it's eroded some of her moral propriety, is it? I don't know, her righteousness as well. That's just took a back step. It's on the back burner. But Gong Chan brought it back out in her, and she did the right thing, because when they had the little tribunal with the victim at the university, his wife was like, my husband, he's so upright, I'm a judge, I put my career on the line, my husband is so good with his daughters, he'd never do this. And part of me just thought, you know, those women who know when their husband's trash, probably, I don't want to say, but probably even trying to molest his own kids, and they'll be like, no, my husband never done anything like it, and they probably even witnessed it, full of lies. It's amazing what people will do to save face. Now, I'm not going to go out and say if he's molesting other women, he's molesting his kids, but you know, it's always a possibility. That's the thing, there's always a possibility. But he was just so emboldened with it. Like, I'm untouchable, I can touch women's breasts, nobody can tell me anything, I can touch your ass if I want to. No sir, no you can't. And finally he got what he deserved, a little bit of just desserts, just a little sprinkle. The other students, they got the evidence from the Nori Bang that shows that something happened, but you couldn't see clearly what he was doing. But then Oh Soo Jae, she came and she delivered. She got the evidence from the hotel that clearly shows him putting hands on her. And then with that undeniable evidence, the head of the university or whatever, he fires Professor So. Yeah, goodbye. Thank goodness. Good riddance. I was ecstatic. But his wife, I think she's not concerned with the girl or the students or these allegations. She's just concerned with her own reputation. So she tries to throw some dirt at Oh Soo Jae, suggesting, how did you manage to get a job at that law firm? You wasn't even qualified. I bet you slept with the CEO. And rather than dignify it with a response, she just throws some photos that show that Mrs. Judge is getting it in on the side, showing her with a little side bay. And she said, get your husband in line or I'm uploading these to the court website. And that's how you handle business, because it looks like in this industry or this corporate world is so cutthroat, and people have no consideration for others, and it's only when you have leverage or have some form of power that you get respected. So I couldn't blame her for having the pictures, but now I'm worried. I'm worried that what if people obtain something on her, and later Gong Chan makes some kind of confession that he likes her, touches her hand, ooh la la. I like it. I'm here for his upfront behavior. He's letting her know how he feels, but it's clear that he knows and recalls who she is, but she doesn't know who he is. So I'm curious, how is this going to pan out? What's going to happen with TK Law Firm? What's going to happen with the Hansu biochemical business being sold? How is Soo Jae going to handle everything? What's her classes going to be like? Is there going to be a blossoming romance between her and Gong Chan? When will she realize her connection with Gong Chan? Oh, that's another thing. When Gong Chan witnessed her getting molested, he ran to her defense and he got slapped for it. And it was when he got slapped that she recalled that she slapped him twice and she apologized for it. But she hasn't remembered that they have a deeper past. So I'm wondering what will happen when this comes to light, and will it come to light in episode 3? I need to watch episode 3 ASAP and get the video up and edit this video. I'm sorry, but it takes so long to do subtitles. I had no idea, and I'm tempted to drop them, but I believe that lots of people enjoy watching videos with subtitles, so I think I will continue with the subtitles. I will take a hit for my subscribers, even though I hardly have any at present. They will come, they will come. You know, Field of Dreams, when he builds the field and he's like, I have faith, they will come. I have faith, the subscribers will come. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment, let me know your feelings about this drama. Do you have any premonitions on what's going to happen next? And I'll see you on the next one. Ciao, annyeong. Let's try again. And today I'm just gonna where should I start? Where should I start? What happened at the beginning? My mind's gone blank. My mind's gone blank. Oh Soo Jae, she's, yeah, okay, let's start. In the last episode, so she took that to Chae Taeguk in, she didn't get, wow, no. She took this to Chae, we learn that he's got Chae Taeguk, unfortunately, some elders aren't worth the pay, well, no. Alleged, no. If someone's pointing out that you could be if you like her, you need to Mrs. George is getting it on and get this video up and